Hi guys, you're back for another episode of Spider Monkey Eats. Today what we're going to make are some oven roasted dill and garlic potatoes, okay? These are some regular yellow potatoes. You can use small baby potatoes, whatever you guys want, but dill is going to be a nice complement. You guys can use this as a side dish, or if you're meal prepping, you can do a few potatoes at once, throw them right in the oven, really simple side to have. If you guys aren't familiar with dill, it is definitely very flavorful, pungent, and delicious. It's really good with seafood that you'll see, but it is a nice complement to potatoes. So however you want to cut these, if you want to dice them or wedge, whatever, but you just have to factor in that the cooking time will be a little bit different. So we're going to cut these lengthwise. I have washed these off really well. Then you're going to put flat end down. If we want to make wedges, we can do that, but we're going to just throw them into some cubes. So again, lengthwise and then widthwise. Try to make sure they're about the same size so that they are going to cook evenly in the oven. Okay, if you're cutting these ahead of time, you will want to fill your bowl with some water so that these don't turn brown. So nice and carefully, again, lengthwise and widthwise, doing your best to get these as close to even in size as possible. So we're going to cut all of these up and then we will season them and toss them right into the oven. Alright, our potatoes have all been cut up into, again, as equal as possible. We're going to drizzle with some olive oil. We're going to use about 2 to 3 tablespoons, nice and well coated. Here I have some fresh minced garlic, onion powder, garlic powder, some dried dill, sea salt, and some fresh ground black pepper. So we're going to throw all this in here. I like to use a rubber spatula because it'll get all the excess oil all coated around these guys. See that dill? Dill is definitely very pungent and an awesome flavor. Everything's nice and combined. I have a silicone lined baking sheet here. Again, my oven has been preheated to 400. You want it nice and high for potatoes. And you want to have a pretty large baking sheet, or use two if you don't have that big of one. Just because in order to get these nice and crispy, you have to have them pretty spread out. You don't want them piled on top of each other or else they'll just steam while they're cooking. So you want them nice and spread out so that olive oil can crisp these guys up. If you want to make it a little less healthy but delicious, you can do some melted butter along with that olive oil. About 2 tablespoons of the olive oil, 1 of butter, but to make these a little bit healthier, olive oil is good for you, good quality olive oil. So again, we'll spread these out. The silicone mat will make these for sure not stick. Some tin foil you might have to spray ahead of time just to make sure they really won't stick. Parchment paper is great because they won't stick to that as well. So even though they're coated on olive oil, you might just want to make sure if you're using some tin foil that you spray it a little bit extra. Alright, so these are good, spread out. Again, big baking sheet, the better, so that they can get air all around these. We're going to throw these in for about 15 minutes, and then we're going to move them around so that they can continue to get golden on all sides. These were in the oven for 15 minutes. I gave them a stir. Another 15, gave them a stir, and then one last shot for 15 minutes to get that nice gold and crispy exterior. We're going to top these off with a little bit more fresh or dried dill, just about a 1/4 teaspoon, just to give it a little bit more flavor. These smell awesome, the fresh dill, dried dill, really pungent and awesome, really flavorful. So you can use these as a side dish, you can meal prep, have some potatoes ready for you, just reheat them in a toaster oven or throw them back in the oven and they will crisp right up. Hopefully you guys like this, gave you a new idea. If so, give me a thumbs up so I know. If you guys have any questions, leave me a comment below. The full recipe will be in the description. So definitely check that out. But again, if you have any questions, let me know. If you guys never want to miss an episode of Spider Monkey Eats, definitely subscribe to our channel, Ultimate MMA Plus. See you guys next time.